Dr. Hook, when you're in love with a beautiful woman. 18 minutes past 11. Thanks for your company on a Tuesday in Cornwall.
Julie Scantlebury. BBC Radio Cornwall.
And we are going to talk to somebody who has very recently crossed the border into our fair land, David Ensor. Now, we get lots of messages from people who are using various quirky means of transport to make their way either from Land's End to John O'Groats or John O'Groats to Land's End. David's done it the traditional way, on foot, covering the hard miles step by step. What makes this a particularly interesting achievement is that David is 80 years old, and I think must be on day 85, 86. Let's check in and find out how it's going. Hello, David. Good morning.
Good morning.
Which day are you on now?
It's day 85 today. Day 85 out of 91 days walking, yes.
So talk, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the journey, talk about your motivation, which was very personal, as so often it is for these trips for people.
Sure. My wife died of Alzheimer's disease 4 years ago. And at that time, I didn't know very much about Alzheimer's at all. We had no support at that time, and since then I've learned a lot about the disease. I've talked to scientists who are looking into medications and a cure, but their biggest worry is that they have insufficient funding, and really we need to raise the awareness of the need to fund the scientists to find the medications and cure for the disease. They're very bullish about it. So my motivation is to make people aware of the disease, make people aware of dementia generally, and to raise as much money as I can in my little way of doing that. To date, on this trip, we've raised about £25,000. I've been accompanied by my nephew Adam, who is driving my motorhome, and he himself has a static rowing machine, and he is rowing the miles I walk. So between us, we're trying to make a contribution.
So you're slogging on there on foot, and when he's sort of like driven to your next location, he's parked up, he jumps on the rowing machine and covers the miles statically.
Absolutely. And he does all the other chores as well, like buying the food that we need and filling the vehicle up with water and doing the chemical toilet and all the other chores that go there. So he's a wonder man, absolute wonder man. I couldn't have done it without him.
All the fun jobs, including emptying the chemical toilet. Talk a little bit about the physicality of it, because you are clearly a very fit man, but it must take its toll.
Yes, I'm very lucky. I think I have a good degree of fitness, but I'm not an elite athlete or anything like that. I'm just a chap that goes out and does long distance walking. I don't suffer from aches and pains very much, and I have the ability to be able to just slog on one day for another. I have to do it day by day. I can't think about what tomorrow is going to bring or anything like that. So yeah, physically I'm very, very lucky, and I've got to be thankful for that, and it enables me to do this.
Absolutely. I was going to say, carry on. Sorry, David.
Go on. All I was going to say was 3 years ago I did the Camino in northern Spain. That was another 500 miler for Alzheimer's Research UK. I seem to be able to do it. So don't ask me to run. Don't ask me to run a marathon. I couldn't do that. But
tell me a bit about the psychology of it, because I mean, brilliant that you are just literally heads down. You are covering the miles day in, day out, with a very firm intent to raise the money and get to your destination. But that's a lot of thinking time, and you've obviously been through a really difficult experience with your wife Susan, losing her, the Alzheimer's. Where does your head go as you're walking?
thinking about all sorts of things to do with Alzheimer's, how we can make the public more aware, how we can get the government to be more aware of the terrible disease, because unfortunately they don't put enough of the government money into the research side of things. And so there's lots of volunteers out here doing exactly what I'm doing in different ways. But it is at the forefront of my mind pretty well all this trip as to how we can raise awareness, how we can get the funding. And also, NHS have got to be involved as well, because they will have to administer the medications. And it frustrates me that I can't do more, to be honest. But yeah, that's a lot of the time. A lot of my thinking time is about how we can make people's lives better, and hopefully, ultimately, get rid of the disease altogether. Not in my lifetime, but in my grandchildren's lifetime, hopefully, because it takes more lives than cancer does these days, sadly. We've got to find a cure.
Absolutely.
And change the ending for so many people. Yeah.
David, I have to say, and this is a bit nerdy of me, but you have got the most fabulous online presence. Your website and blog look absolutely beautiful. Do you do that at the end of every day's walking?
I do a blog at the end of every day. My nephew Adam does the video of me in the morning, and then in the evening that goes over to my son in Switzerland, Chris, who puts it all together on the website. Yes, so we have no specialists team with us. We're just raw individuals doing the best we can, basically.
Well, I think you should be very proud of yourselves. It's beautiful. If people want to take a look up David Ensor, ensor.co.uk, davidensor.co.uk. How many days do you reckon to your finishing point, David, now?
We're definitely finishing next Monday.
Fabulous.
Definitely finishing next Monday. So if anybody wants to be at Land's End next Monday afternoon, you'll see us walking in.
Brilliant. What are your plans? Is there anything you're looking forward to, particularly at the end of it?
No, because I don't think that far ahead. Unfortunately, I'll take whatever comes. I'm really. I just really concentrate on the day ahead and let tomorrow take care of itself. So no, I haven't really thought about that. I think we'll probably have a party, but. Apart from that, no, nothing yet.
Well, bit of a mixed bag weather-wise for your last sort of 6 days, but at least you won't be absolutely roasting. And it's a pleasure to speak to you, David. And I think isn't that great advice for life? Just worry about today and let tomorrow take care of itself. Yeah, and if I can say to everybody that's listening, if you can find a penny to donate to Alzheimer's Research UK, please do so, because it's a charity that needs so much money to support the scientists to do their work to find a cure and change the ending for this terrible disease. And all the people, about a million people have got Alzheimer's at present, and it's not good enough to just ignore that. And if you can donate, please do so. Anytime, anywhere, wherever you see a box, just pop a bob in and make your contribution. David,
that'd be super. Be super.
David, thank you so much. What a pleasure to talk to you, David Ensor. And do take a look at David's website, because there's a lovely day-by-day account of his 1,200-mile trek. Well, it will be by the end, in aid of Alzheimer's Research UK. David Ensor, ensor.co.uk, and we wish him well with his final 6 days, due to finish Land's End on Monday.